Is there a part of you that feels like because of how you were raised in Hollywood and being a part of a famous family, you have always desired to not have this identity so attached to your parents?
I'm gonna be myself and you can accept me or not. But that to like, that has like, that's been like shocking to people. Like, oh my God, I didn't expect Tom Hanks' son to be this way.
C-H-E-T, put respect on my name.
Respectfully, I seen on the internet, so I can't really take it serious.
I never cared about if you accept me or not. Who can I be other than me?
To be able to have this moment in time, how would you describe it?
I would just say 2 words.
Okay.
It's lit.
He's had smaller roles alongside Harrison Ford and even his own dad. But Tom and Rita's 34-year-old son Chet Hanks' career has often been overshadowed by controversy. He's hoping that's about to change, now that some are calling him the breakout star of Netflix's new #1 show Running Point with Kate Hudson. His role in the comedy, which was just renewed for a Season 2, NBA Bad Boy.
Technical foul, Travis Scott.
How much training did you do?
I did 2 months. I hired a basketball coach because I actually lied about my basketball experience. My basketball skills are 0. I mean, I could barely even dribble the ball. I'm really bad. It's the one sport that I'm really, really awful at. And I lied and said that I played varsity basketball in high school. You gotta do what you gotta do. I talk to my mom and dad all the time.
Have they seen how great you are in this?
Thank you. Yeah, they did. We binged it all together. I just basically got to be an exaggerated version of myself.
His character in the series is also an aspiring rapper, something Chet knows well. He spent more than a decade as an MC, but now he's crossing over into country with his creative partner Drew Arthur. Together, they're the duo Something Out West.
Get away from California.
He sang it and I was like, holy I never heard him like that on a record.
But let's rewind. How did Chet, whose real name is Chester, make it to this moment?
It's been a long road, you know? Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm born and raised in LA. I'll forever be a LA dude, but I also kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. Growing up, like, people always just saw me as this one thing, which was just Tom Hanks' son. When people see you as just being one thing, a lot of expectations come with that, like what your personality must be like, or what kind of person you are. Are you just like Tom Hanks Jr.? I've worked hard to establish my own identity. Being different than my dad, just naturally, is what got people's attention from the beginning. And it, like, to me, it was nothing. To everybody else, it was like, oh my God, this is so crazy.
Yeah, Chet was always determined to step out of his famous family's shadow. His Emmy-nominated half-brother, Colin, who's 13 years older, took the more traditional route to showbiz success, starring in everything from Dexter to Fargo to 4 seasons of the CBS sitcom Life in Pieces.
I'm so happy.
Do you have a relationship with your brother at all? I know there's a big...
Oh, yeah.
He is, you know, obviously he's doing his own thing. He's he's very passionate about what he does, and he's got an incredible work ethic. He really does. I mean, that dude hustles. I want him to be happy. I want him to be successful.
But Chet, the self-proclaimed black sheep, struggled with addiction.
How bad of a boy were you?
Drinking, smoking weed, experimenting here and there with drugs.
I was selling coke, doing coke until I couldn't even snort it up my nose anymore because it was so clogged. I even smoked crack. If I can change, you can change.
In high school, Tom and Rita sent him to a wilderness program for troubled teens.
I look down at the foot of my bed and I see 2 large men. They say, your parents are worried about you. We're here to take you to get some help.
I tried to run, tried to escape. I was at that program for like 4 months.
At that point, it was like the hardest thing I'd ever gone through in my life.
Next, he left LA for Chicago and the theater program at Northwestern University.
Hot boy.
I started doing music, doing rapping. I think back to that time, and I think, man, if it had happened to like blow up at that time, it would have been an absolute disaster because I was still figuring out who I was. I went through years where like nothing was happening, and I worked in retail. Like I was a bus boy. Like I worked manual labor doing construction.
Would you ever want your kids to be actors?
If they, if they want to go off and try to be better than their old man, that'd be fine.
I think it behooves you to extend an apology to the lady.
Chet's film debut came in 2007 in Bratz the movie, and later recurring roles in both Shameless and Empire.
I'm Chet Hanks, and I play the role of Troy.
Treat Tiana like your queen instead of acting like one.
In 2020, he even co-starred with Dad in Greyhound.
I should have caught it sooner, son.
No, you did good work. Thank you.
I had never been in a scene on camera with my dad before. It was an awesome experience.
Today, Chet co-parents an 8-year-old daughter, and he's 3.5 years sober.
For me, it took like something drastic happening, like becoming a father, for me to make the change.
Your parents, how have they supported you through your sobriety?
By doing just that, just by being supportive. They've always been there for me.
I give him credit because he's had some, let's say, he calls them the haters, but he's handled it so well.
Love you, Mom.
And Chet has another built-in motivator, his bandmate.
We keep each other sober. I already want to be sober for myself, but I also want to be sober because I know that if I was to influence him, that would be hard to live with.
We also have this magic now together with the music. Maybe it was never meant to happen while you were on your journey to sobriety.
That's a fact. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it doesn't happen when you want it to happen. It happens when it's meant to happen. You know.
Every sunrise in this town reminds me of.
It's not unusual. You hear that?
Only E.T. was in the studio with the longtime friends who met through recovery. Together, they moved to Nashville and signed with Taylor Swift's old record label, Big Machine. Their debut country single, Leaving Hollywood, is out now, with more music to come later this year.
If you're wondering, I'll be just fine.
I wrote it on a trip here when me and Chet were roommates in LA. I don't know exactly why the song took the life it did, but I think deep down I knew to do what I envisioned us doing, it needed to be out of here. Just like,
yeah, just be like, I gotta get out of here. You know, I need a change, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. We've just been waiting a long time to just release the music because we recorded it a long time ago. And we didn't have any team behind us, no manager, no label, nothing. I knew this song was so good. It deserved a proper rollout.
What do you hope that fans take away from this new chapter?
We're not trying to be anybody. We're just doing our thing.
I hope that God does his will. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Yeah, we're all packed up and leaving Hollywood.